Hello, everybody. It's Scott O'Mato back for another episode of Thriving with Project E. And we pretty much beat the EMC game at this point. So let's look. We are day 31. So 1 month in to the game. And I have filmed most of it, just a little bit of AFK, about an hour, less than 2 hours of AFK. And we beat the game. So, not really. We're going to go ahead and get all our bosses knocked out, get all of our armor produced. But I do want to take this episode to make sure that the power flower concepts are clear. Let's see. I have a Klein star, so we can easily go out to the desert. Not have to worry. We can get us some more torches if we wanted. Get like 2 of those. And so let's get us a pile of oh, by the way, let's go ahead and make our most important tool really overall, which is the tablet. That's going to be our most important tool. So we need 4 stone, 4 dark matter blocks, and the transmutation table. Okay, so we need stone, dark matter blocks, and the transmutation, which I believe I captured that. I know I did. There we go. Okay, so this will give us the portable version of this guy. Now, it's expensive, but not anymore. So now we can quit carrying this with us, and we have it completely portable. So now this interface is completely portable. So putting in EMC, pulling out EMC stuff is no problem. And then the ultimate quality of life enhancement is, well, let's stay focused. I was going to go ahead and produce some of the stones, but we'll do that in a little bit. No big deal. All right, so let's go out here into the desert where we got some space. The slimes have calmed down. I haven't heard the slimes in a while, but we'll keep these guys out of our way. And I can go ahead just so they don't cause trouble. Get the Archangel Smite and just put them to bed. Yeah. So we hadn't really focused on getting experience in this yet, but we're still doing okay at 42 levels. All right, so let's look at how a power flower is structured. All right, so let's get relays. We could pretty much pull out stacks at this point, but we don't need that much. I'll get half a stack. And condenser, we'll just do a single. And then we'll do the collectors. And I could get a stack, but we don't need anywhere near that many. We really need more collectors than relays. But the basics of a power flower is as I showed you before, which is a relay surrounded on all sides. All right, so let's take and put this on our bar here. So you've got your relay, you've got your collector. They pair to each other, so one goes to the other. So your first layer is just the collector. Your second layer is that. Directional doesn't matter, but aesthetically, you could, choose a direction for the bottom one, but then on each side, make sure those are facing outward. The little furnace thing or whatever it is. All right, so there's the 2 layers here. Now, you want relays on each side. You could face those inward. doesn't matter. All right. And then you surround all those. And here it just becomes a choice of how you want them to face. But let's do it this way. Consistency. There. So there's your third layer of the flower. Same principle, just surrounding on all sides. Now inside of here is where you put your condenser. Okay. And it is now surrounded by 5 relays, one below, these 4 on top. And then you just go another layer of these. Again, aesthetics, just consistency, however you want to do it to directionalize them. There. There. Okay, so that's surrounded. So that's kind of the basic power flower that gives you access to this guy. Okay, if you wanted to optimize that even more, so it's basically can hold 50 million EMC from the 5 relays, each one holding 10. So you kind of have to click along the edge to see the relays. There's 1, there's 2. See, they're gathering energy. There's the 3rd one, the 4th one, but you don't have access to the bottom one from here. And they're all charging from this. Okay, and then you can go ahead and put your 8 dark matter pedestals, 1 on each one of these right here to get that speed boost. So that's kind of the working flower model. But again, you can optimize it one step further. Now to do that, the best way to do it is we're going to produce an item that I believe is new to 1.12.2. And it's a universal remote. Okay, so let's look that up. Universal remote. Here, that's the name of the mod. So we need some Eye of Enders and Obsidian. Now we haven't killed any Endermen, but you can produce an Eye of Ender with ProjectE by taking the Philosopher's Stone and 4 iron. Iron. 2, 3, 4. And crafting it. So you can craft it with the Philosopher's Stone like that. That'll give you an Ender Pearl. And the reason behind that is an Ender Pearl's 1024, and that's what the 4 iron are worth. So in EMC terms, those are equivalent to each other. So that's why you can produce that. So we could capture our Ender Pearl, and then of course make an Eye of Ender from that. And now we have all the Eyes of Ender that we want. So a blaze powder might take a blaze rod. So we may not. Let me look. No. Okay, good. Yeah, so there's our Eye of Ender. And we'll put that in. So now we'll do the universal remote. 4 of those, block of redstone for obsidian. So I think I've made a redstone block, yeah. 4 obsidian, 4, and then the Eye of Ender. Here. Okay, so we can make that guy. Now it's 4 Eyes of Ender. Maybe 1 block of redstone, 4 Eyes of Ender. Now we will need to charge it. now that I think about it, needs charged. So just for temporary sake, we'll go ahead and produce a coal generator from RF Tools. So 6 coal, I need to make this machine frame, 2 lapis, 2 gold nuggets, 4 iron. So lapis, oops, spell it. Lapis. Yeah, 2 lapis, 2 gold nugget, 4 iron. We don't have gold nuggets yet. That's easily solved. Okay. And we just need the nugget. 4 of those. Maybe it was 2. I would suck at remembering recipes. And I know it was 4 iron. So that's why I got 5. Yeah, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Capture that. It's used in a lot of the tools. Machine frame. Here. Coal generator, 6 coal, 2 redstone torches. Coal. And I might as well have a stack. I'll need it. Torch. Poor little rabbits. You just kill yourselves. All right, so let's grab that and capture it. Then I'll get a stack of coal. Won't need a stack. Put the zombie flesh up. Now that this is portable, we don't have to carry really any of this stuff with us. We could just pull it out as we need it. Okay. So, I don't know if I pulled it out. Put the redstone up. All right. So I'll just use that to just quickly charge this guy. The universal remote. Just charge it. Takes 100,000 energy. It works across dimensions. It uses about 10,000, I think, each time you open it, and then we'll have much better power here in a little bit. So I'll just let that charge for a second. Yeah, it's a wonder there's any rabbits around at all. As much easy as they kill themselves. See, that will allow us to go ahead and put in the next layer because we can access it. We can access that condenser. So let's see how we're doing here. We've got each stack's around 30 million, so there's 60 million. There's another 60 million. So there's 120 million right there. So we're pretty much got enough to do our gem armor at this point. Plus we've got these guys pulled out. So good things, good things. All right, this guy's charged. So let's bind it to the condenser inside there. All right, so to do so, you just shift right click and it's bound to that block. All right, so now we can access it remotely. And that's all we really need to do is be able to put items in and out of it and cover it up. So now we would go ahead and put another relay and another collector. And I think I faced it this direction. So, you know, let's be neatniks here. So there you go. That's the full power flower. And that's really the only way it can be done for the optimal state, because the idea is to surround it with relays and then surround the relays with this guy. Now, if you're in a low light environment, you could layer glowstone, especially on this bottom layer, if you think that would help. I'm not so certain how much it in reality helps, but you could put glowstone along here for these ones that aren't receiving direct light. But again, we have the remote here. So let's see, I'm going to put these up so when we mine it, I can get a count of how many there are. And put our item in whatever we wanted to produce inside of there and pull out the items and all that. So we have full access to this flower. What we really get by the final thing is another 10 million buffer plus whatever we get from this one, which is 30,000, 60,000. Yeah, 60,000, I think. And so that's the basic concepts of a power flower. And there's really only that way of doing it for the optimal setup. Now, something you can do is choose to have access. From the top, we had access, but you can also have side access by doing it this way. And what we did inside was we layered another one on top. So we took out this one and instead put another condenser in its place. Right here. Then surrounded that with relays. I think 5. There. There. Okay. And then let me go ahead and just get a stack. So collector. Yeah, see, we can pull out a stack now and not even blink. Okay, so kind of hard to place these there. There. All right, so there's our next layer of that. And then same thing here. And it would be covered. You could either use another universal remote to reach it, or you could uncover it like what we did before. There. So you could just dig into it. And lose a relay, but have access to it. So I think we can get it from the ground. Wait. Yeah, so you probably want yourself a little pedestal or put this into the ground so you could get to both of them. Of course, we can fly, so no biggie. I don't think I have anything that'll rotate those in this pack. But that's a 2-level one. And of course, you could just keep building up those levels to get more and more, because that's the only way to expand a power flower. Really, you can do pipes in between them and stuff, and maybe later on we'll do some setups that have that kind of stuff. to where you're using pipes to pull out items and then pushing them along. But generally, if you're going to expand your power flower, you need more condensers. A single condenser power flower is the optimal way, and really the only way is what we showed at first, which is that surrounding it. That's the single condenser power flower. So there we go on that. I'm thinking it's like 5 relays and 12 of the collectors. Now let's go ahead and deconstruct it. And we need to move beyond our diamond pickaxe. It's too slow for us at this point. I'll leave the relay. Maybe not this level of them. Yeah, let's take out the second level. They take longer to mine, as you can see. Okay. So yeah, for your basic power flower there, if you wanted to do the full one, it's 6 relays on all sides. Condenser in the middle. And then I'm not going to worry about direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 6 and 18. So I guess really 3 times more. And that's it. That is the power flower. And it's essentially what we made inside of there. Beside we didn't have the bottom layer. And as I said, you're really talking about the difference between seconds, because the secret is add the dark matter pedestals and the watch of flowing time. Once you get up to 8 of them, it seems to me that that's about it. It doesn't really pay off, because you are just talking about a second. So I don't really go beyond 8, just because it looks better, it fits in better. And there we go on that. So let's put these guys up. And we can put the universal remote up. We'll lose well, we won't, because we can link it to something else. Okay, so another stack, another 30 million, another 2 stacks. So this top one's a bit faster than the bottom one. So there's 272 million. I don't like how this guy burns with it not needing to. All right, so let's look at quality of life tools. I think we'll just produce a couple things in this episode before we go, but another thing you're really going to want to get quickly is the life stone. The life stone grants you immortality at the most part, even without the best armors. So let's look at these various stones here. There's the body stone. It restores nearby players' hunger half a shank every 0.5 seconds. So it feeds you. And if you put it on a pedestal, it would feed all players around it. Okay, then the soul stone stores your, or it heals your hearts every 0.5 seconds. So that feeds you, that heals you. Then the mind stone stores your XP. You can store XP inside of it, or you can use it to collect XP if you put it on the pedestal. And then the life stone is the combination of the body stone and the soul stone. So it feeds you and heals you. So you're essentially immortal. It only takes like a dragon's breath attack can kill you because it'll damage you faster than it can heal you. But most other things, that it's pretty much over at that point. So sugar, we'll first start off by producing soul stone. Glowstone does 2 red matter lapis. So glowstone does 6 of those. Red matter. How many? 2 and lapis. Okay, so produce that guy. Here we go. Oh, no. Which one was I looking at? That was glowstone. Wait. So this one was sugar. Okay, soulstone then will produce first. As you can see, my items shift when I click into them, so it gets confusing. All right, so 2 red matter. I don't think we made sugar yet. Sugar. Okay, 6 of those. And lapis. Should produce this guy. Okay. Body stone. Then the mind stone is red matter books. Matter and books. So 6 books. And a lapis. Okay. This guy. Okay. And then the life stone is just the body stone and the soul stone. And soul. Okay. Here. All right. So put it in your inventory and hit the G key. And that turns it on. G key turns it off again. Okay, and it is a bauble. So you can put it and wear it in your amulet slot. Doesn't render on the player, but there it is in your amulet slot. So now I no longer have to eat at all. Goodbye, pork chops. And if I get any damage, I just immediately get healed. So I'm essentially immortal at this point. See those? Look at these rabbits. All right, let's let this guy get us. You can see. I'm not sure what's repelling him. Oh, the torch. Yeah. All right, let's let these guys hit us a few times. So when you hear that sound, you're just healing again. So you know, no problem at all. Yep. So let's I guess he said we're at a position where I can't get his feet. No. You'll live another day, my friend. So there you go. We are now essentially immortals. Again, the only attacks that I really know of, even poison or wither doesn't affect you. You'll heal quick enough. But a dragon's breath attack will kill you still. It damages you, even in gem armor. It damages you quick enough that you can die. So that's really the only thing you have to be aware of. But okay, guys, we're at 360 million EMC at this point. We'll probably go for a nice cool billion so we can be billionaires. And we're going to go ahead and make some of the tools and armor and take on some of the boss fights and close out our full Minecraft journey here. Again, the point of this series is to build up this EMC as quickly as we possibly can and get through Minecraft essentially as fast as we possibly can. So we are well on our way, and I hope you've enjoyed, guys. I hope you learned something, and maybe can teach me something. So please leave feedback and comments. Let me know how I'm doing, and let me know how we can improve. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for watching. And this is Scott Amato. Bye-bye.